I'm off of work, Zachary. Traffic wasn't too bad either, so I've already made it home. I was wondering how you've been doing. It's been a few days since I've gotten in touch with you. How are you feeling? Are you getting used to living away from home?
It's going okay. There's a lot to get used to with this. Living away from you for work doesn't have that many perks. My apartment doesn't have as nice of a kitchen. I've been eating a lot of frozen meals lately.
Frozen meals? That does sound pretty bad. You could always cook for yourself, though. I know you're as good of a cook as I am.
When I'm living alone like this, I just don't feel like cooking much anymore. It's like I've lost my passion for it. Don't worry, I'm still trying to eat healthy. Don't think I plan to start gaining weight because I'm living away from you.
I could make some pre-made meals you could take back with you when you come back home.
It's fine. You don't need to do that for me. If you'd make me something when I come back at the end of the month, that'll be enough. I miss your cooking, Evelyn.
Wait, I thought you'd be coming home for the weekend. You're not planning to return?
I didn't think I'd need to. Did you expect me to come back home? I know you miss me, but it doesn't mean I have to come home every weekend.
But it's your birthday, Zachary. I thought for sure you'd come back so we could celebrate it together. What are you planning to do on your birthday? Don't tell me you weren't planning to do anything.
I'm already 30, Evelyn. We don't need to celebrate on the exact day. We can have fun some other time. I'll be back at the end of the month. We can do something then.
It's not like you're living in another country. If there's any holiday that I want to celebrate with you, it's your birthday. If you're busy with work, I could always come there myself. I should have the time to see you then.
I'm flattered that you do that for me, but are you sure that's going to work? You have your own job to worry about. You would have to take paid leave to do that. Are you sure you'd be okay with that? You'd spend at least 4 hours getting there. You probably spend more time driving than with me if you don't take days off. I don't know if it's worth it.
My boss was telling me I should start using my vacation days. My days don't roll over, so it'd be a good chance to use a few.
But we could save those days for something like a trip. It'd be much more worthwhile. I get to spend all day with you having fun. That beats you driving for hours only to see me for a weekend. Don't waste your vacation days on something like this.
Are you sure, though? I'm totally willing to do this for you.
I prefer if you didn't come. Not because I don't want to see you, but because I care about you. You'd have a lot more fun if you saved your vacation days on something we could enjoy on a trip. Let's save it for something like that. It's not like there's anywhere cool we could go if you came. This place has nothing but burger joints and office buildings.
You have a point there. If I came over, we'd only be able to hang out in your apartment. But maybe that wouldn't be so bad either. We could watch a film and just have a fun little movie night. Just the two of us. And the food doesn't need to be that great. I'd be fine with a simple burger as long as I'm with you.
I think I'll pass on that idea. I've been eating enough burgers ever since this whole thing started. It'd only hurt my eating habits. I'm trying to not eat garbage all the time.
Okay. I understand you don't want me to come. I'll stop pestering you about it. I was just thinking it could be nice to get to spend some time with you again after not seeing you in weeks.
It's just how it has to be. I don't know if I'd be able to take those days off either, so you'd only see me after work. And I don't want to mess things up with your work either. This is for the best, Evelyn. Don't think I don't want to see you. I do. But right now, I think it's best that you and I focus on our work. The roads aren't in that good of condition either. With the snow that's been falling, the roads can sometimes become a death trap.
You know I'm from Minnesota. I'm used to driving in the snow. There's been less snow this season, too. The roads wouldn't be a problem.
I'm worried about you, though. If you drove for that long, the chances for you to get into an accident would be higher than normal. It's not like this is the first time we've been apart either. It brings me back to my college days, actually.
That's true. It would have been so much fun if we didn't have to live apart. But we still saw each other enough that things worked out. It really is like it was back then. Do you know how long this will go on for, though? Things are fine like this, but I'd really prefer for us to live together again.
I'm glad you brought that up. I've got good news, Evelyn. It's only going to be 3 more months till this is over. It's only a little longer before I'm done with this. I'm looking forward to it as much as you are. I'm tired of being so far from you.
I'm glad to hear that. But are you sure it won't be any longer? This whole thing was supposed to be only half a year in the first place.
I'm sure of it. I'll be back in 3 months and no later.
Okay. I just hope you're right this time.
Well, I'm going to shower now. I'm beat from work. I'll talk to you later, Evelyn.
Sounds good. Have a nice night, Zachary. Make sure you wear a coat tomorrow, too. I've heard it's going to get cold tomorrow.
I got it. I've been wearing my coat since weeks ago, so you don't need to worry. Anyhow, good night.
Are you still awake, Zach? Sorry if I woke you up.
I was just about to go to bed. You're fine, Evelyn. Did you need something?
I had a favor to ask. Would it be okay if you stayed up for a little longer?
Stay up? For what? Is this about my birthday being tomorrow?
Yeah. I was hoping you'd stay up so I could talk to you when it turns to midnight. This only happens one time a year, so I really wanted to celebrate your birthday with you. So, can you stay up? I know it's kind of a dumb request, but it'd mean a lot to me.
I'm pretty tired, though. I might fall asleep if I don't have a cup of coffee.
Tomorrow is the weekend. You could get away with a cup of coffee if you don't have work to worry about. So, can I call you? I prefer that to texting you.
We can talk tomorrow. And does it matter if you're talking to me exactly when midnight hits? You usually go to bed around 10. Aren't you as tired as I am?
I'm good, actually. I've been waiting all day for this. The excitement of it all kept me up.
I don't know if I can make it, Evelyn. I can feel my body shutting down as we speak. Every time I blink, I risk falling asleep and not waking up until morning.
Come on, Zach. You can hold out for another half an hour, can't you? And I know you have a coffee maker in your apartment. You could brew yourself a cup while you're waiting. That alone should keep you awake. If you want, I could even bring you a coffee right now. You'd get it delivered right to your door.
I'm sure I will be long asleep and the coffee will be plenty cold by the time you get here.
You'd be surprised. I could have it to your apartment in a few minutes. So I'll stop by a gas station and pick you up an iced mocha. That's what you like, right?
Wait, how would you do that? You're not telling me.
That's right, Zach. I knew you said not to come, but I couldn't help myself. I'm outside your apartment right now. If you look out the window, you'd see me.
You came here? Even though I told you not to?
Yep. Aren't you excited to see me? I'll head up right away.
You don't need to, but I thought you said it'd be for the best for you not to come. Why did you come after you said that?
That was what you said. And I know you thought it'd be a waste, but I wanted to see you, you know?
But I haven't even planned for you to come over. We wouldn't have anything to do for my birthday. You didn't have to waste your weekend just to come see me.
I didn't have to, but I wanted to. So don't sweat it. So can you come out and say hi to me? I'm cramped from sitting in my car for so long. I have your coffee and birthday present right here. So get out here and say hi.
I appreciate the thought, but you have to give me a second. I didn't plan to have you here, so things aren't ready for you. I wish you would have listened to me and didn't come here so late.
Sorry, Zach. I thought you'd be excited to see me. I didn't think you'd react like this.
Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that you did this for me. But I've had a lot going on at work, too. I don't really have the energy to do this right now. I know you had good intentions, but you should have thought about how busy I've been.
That's what I was trying to do, though. I did some research of places we could go while I was here. There was this place I found online that's great for stargazing. I was hoping that you'd want to come with me. If you're that tired, we can always forget about going to see stars and you can sleep. But I still want to see you, Zachary. I parked the car already, so I'll head upstairs to see you. I brought a cake with me that needs to be refrigerated, so can you open the door for me?
Wait, you're right. We should go see the stars. You planned all this time for this. I don't want to ruin what you planned for me.
Really? You seemed so hesitant a second ago.
I was being selfish. But I don't want you to think that I didn't want to see you. I'll get ready and meet you outside. Just wait a second.
Okay. Thanks again for going with me. Make sure to wear long sleeves. Today is warmer than usual, but it's still going to be cold.
Evelyn, are you still mad about what happened? I was hoping you would have forgiven me by now. You know that I didn't mean to hurt you.
We went to see the stars only for you to tell me to turn around when we got there. It was a waste of time. And when I dropped you back off at your apartment, you said for me to stay at a hotel and let you sleep in peace.
That's because my apartment is a wreck. I knew you'd sleep better if you stayed at a hotel.
But you know I don't care about that. I just wanted to spend the night with you. You yelled at me to leave you alone, too. It's like you didn't even want me to show up. Why were you so angry?
I was wanting to relax on my birthday. Even though you had good intentions, going to see the stars threw off my sleep schedule.
That's why you didn't let me in? Because you wanted to go to bed and didn't want me there?
It's not like that. Look, I'm sorry. I was sleepy and I lashed out at you. I thought things would only get worse if I spent the night in that terrible mood. I wanted to cool my head.
So that's why you were so angry then.
I didn't mean to make it such a bad night. It was just a case of being too sleepy to think. And I didn't want things to be bad on the actual day of my birthday.
I didn't even get to see you on your birthday, though. You yelled so much that I headed home the next day.
That wasn't my intention.
Then could we try doing this again some other time?
Of course. Just come earlier next time. I'll clean up my apartment and have things ready as long as you let me know in advance. I could even make dinner so we don't have to eat out somewhere.
Then I'll head over again today.
Today? You just came a few days ago.
So you're telling me that I can't come over today?
It's just that how would you make that work? You have your job you have to worry about.
I already used one of my vacation days today. I'm open to come.
Sorry, but that's not going to work. I'm not even home right now. I was invited to a work dinner that involves some of our business partners. I won't be back till later.
I'll wait for you to come back. I shouldn't have to wait that long for you either.
But you don't have a key. You'd have to wait in your car until I'm done. My tenant told me I had to change locks because of a break-in that happened last month. I got a new key and everything. The key you have isn't going to work anymore.
I'll enter from the balcony. You always keep it unlocked, right?
The balcony? Do you realize how dangerous that is? You'd have to climb up the fire escape just to get there. That's too dangerous.
Then how am I supposed to get in and wait for you?
Look, just wait until I have another day that I'm not busy, okay? You don't have to do this just to visit me during the work week. Let's do this another time. I can give you a new key then, too. What do you say?
I want to come today, Zachary. I don't feel like waiting.
Are you already there or something? Why are you being so persistent about coming today?
Yeah, you guessed right.
Why are you doing this to me again? You already came without telling me a few days ago. Why are you doing this to me again? You saw how I reacted the first time you did this. I thought you'd understand by now I don't want you showing up out of nowhere.
You're not the only one who doesn't understand, Zach. How about you explain the woman in your room?
Huh?
I looked through the window of your balcony. I saw that there's a girl in there. She doesn't look like she's robbing the place either. She came out a few minutes ago and had a smoke break.
I don't know what you're talking about. You must have the wrong apartment. Are you sure you're looking in the right place?
I'm not stupid. I know that I'm looking at your house. Or are you going to tell me you changed your apartment in the last few days and someone already moved in? So are you going to stop lying to me and tell me the truth? Everything that happened on your birthday made me suspicious. I was checking to see if you were up to something.
Sorry you had to see that, Evelyn.
When you're done with work, go straight home. We need to talk. There are a lot of questions I'll be asking you and her. You will be answering all of them. I'll tell your female friend to let me in, and I'll be waiting for you here.
Evelyn, there's something you need to know. My job told me I can head home. I don't need to live in that cramped apartment any longer. I even double-checked with my bosses, and they gave me the okay.
That's too bad, isn't it? I bet you wanted to stay there a lot longer, didn't you?
I broke things off with Caroline. You won't ever see her again. Take me back, Evelyn. I still love you.
That's funny. I thought you were in love with your coworker. She seemed to like you so much. You were with her for over 6 months. She got to see you every day when I saw you once a month. Sounds to me like you like her more than me.
She wasn't like you. She could never replace you. What happened between me and her was only supposed to stay there.
So you were leading her on, huh? She was so kind to be making you dinner day after day. She even made sure the apartment was as clean as a whistle. It made for the perfect place to live with her. Why would you want to give all of that up for me? You can stay where you are, Zachary. Don't bother coming home.
But you're the one I really love.
If you love me, then why were you cheating on me for so long?
Things got a little out of control. She started out as someone who I'd go to when I wanted to mess around. But things kept progressing, and before I knew it, she had feelings for me. I was going to tell her that we had to stop when my work transfer was over, I swear.
You think just because you were going to stop makes this okay?
I know you're upset, Evelyn.
Don't try and tell me why your cheating was okay.
It was an accident. I never meant for any of this to happen. Everything was going to return back to normal when I was done working here.
It's too late to return to normal. I don't ever want to see you again. This is grounds for divorce. I'm going to make you pay for this.
You're going to divorce me over this?
Don't act so surprised. It pisses me off. I drove all the way out for you to celebrate your birthday, and you won't even give me the time of day. And when I came a few days later to see what was up, you were cheating on me. Everything you did on the morning of your birthday was to hide the fact you betrayed me.
You saw Caroline, didn't you?
Of course I did. I talked with both of you for hours when I found the truth. Why?
Can't you see that I was never serious with her? She's not that bright, and she isn't the best cook in the world either. I kept her around because she was helpful. And I was helping her by letting her live with me.
Can you stop making excuses before you really make me mad? You can say whatever you want to clear your conscience, but it isn't going to change my mind. And what do you mean because she was helpful? You were just using her to be selfish.
You don't understand, Evelyn. What I was doing was good for everyone involved, including you.
You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand how you could be so egotistical that you could use her like that. I feel bad that she had to learn you were never interested in her.
I was lonely, okay? I didn't have any friends here. What do you expect a guy like me to do in this situation? I was stuck in a boring town with nothing to do and no friends to speak of.
Oh, right. You were lonely, so it means you get permission to cheat on me. I told you I'm sick of hearing your excuses.
If you had only quit your job and came with me, none of this would have happened.
You were the one who cheated, Zachary. Don't you dare try to make it my fault because I didn't want to stop working. And weren't you the one who said I should keep working? You wanted me to keep working until we had a child so we had a little extra money, right? We talked about this several times, how this was our plan. Don't act like I was being unreasonable.
You have to understand what I was going through.
All I need to know is that you were too weak of a man to not cheat on me. A real man wouldn't make excuses for his behavior. He'd do what's right no matter what. And it's not like we were separated for years. You were only going to be gone a total of 10 months. On top of that, I tried checking if you could come home every week to see me.
It wasn't enough. It wasn't like living with you. I needed something more than a visit every now and then. I needed connection.
I seem to have done it just fine. Why couldn't you get by a few months without cheating? Don't act like you were the only one who was lonely. I was too.
It's not the same. I'm a guy. You're a girl.
I don't see how gender has anything to do with this. And I know you started cheating only a month after you left. I learned that from Caroline.
Evelyn, this doesn't have to change anything. If you forgive me, we can start over again. I don't want you to leave me. This will be the last time my work gets between us. I won't be living hours away ever again.
That's only because your work found out about it. They don't want to send you off if you're only going to cause problems for them.
So you were the one who told them about it.
I didn't have to tell them a thing. Caroline must have told everyone after you broke up with her. I don't blame her either. You betrayed her as much as me, hiding both of us from each other. Your bosses deserve to hear about this after everything you've done to the both of us.
That's all the more reason why I need you. I might get fired for this.
And you think I'd want to help? If you didn't want this to happen, then think ahead next time. You made everything terrible for your job, for me, and for Caroline. You deserve to get fired after causing so much trouble for everyone.
I know things will get better, but I need you to trust me. Believe in me that I can turn things around.
You've caused enough problems. I'm not giving you the chance to cause more. I'm divorcing you, and that's that.
But why? I know you still care about me, Evelyn. That's why you came to surprise me. So don't throw everything away because I made a mistake.
You can't change my mind. Ever since I knew the truth, I planned for this. I knew I could never trust you again after you lied to me for months.
But I love you. I don't want this to happen. That's why I'm texting you in the first place. If I didn't care, I wouldn't do this. You know I'll never do this again. It was a one-time mistake. So please forgive me and let me come home.
You talk big about caring, but a husband who loved his wife wouldn't do this. And only a cheater would change his locks just to make his wife sure she wouldn't find out. Don't bother trying to trick me. I know who you really are now, Zachary.
I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. Just forgive me and I'll make it up to you.
I'm not going to forgive you and give you the chance to cheat again. You could have been loyal, but you chose to betray me. I'll call a moving company and have them move out all your things. That's all I'm doing for you. You're not stepping one foot into my home.
That's going too far. Can't you let me stay until I find a new place?
This is my house. I've lived here for years until we got married. If you'd like, you can try breaking in if it's that important for you to come in. I'll make sure the police are here to see it if that's what you want to do. So fine. Come home if you want to get arrested. Things between me and Zachary were put to a swift end after that. I found a lawyer who guided me through the entire divorce process. I got my fair share of the divorce and never saw Zachary again. I heard from a friend that Zachary tried going back to Caroline and getting back together with her. But when he went to her parents' house to see her, her parents berated him. They yelled at him for lying to Caroline and told him to get lost. I haven't heard anything else about Zachary. I haven't started dating since he's been gone, but I've been keeping myself busy. I decided to get a dog to cheer me up after the divorce. His name is Charles, and he's the cutest Yorkshire in the whole world. Coming home to his smile makes everything worthwhile. It's not the same as being married, but I'm hoping I get to have a lot of fun with Charles these coming years. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future.
Hey, May. I heard you finally got officially married with my brother. Hello, Ashley. How have you been? Yeah, we just got back from handing in our marriage certificate. We're officially a married couple.
Well, congrats for locking down such a wealthy man. Aren't you so lucky? I have to say, you've done a pretty good job for an uneducated loser. You should be proud of yourself.
I'm sorry?
I guess I was right. You're so uneducated, you can't read my texts. Me, I heard you didn't even bother going to university properly. Is this true? And on top of that, you were just basically doing nothing rather than getting a good education.
Oh, you must be talking about what my parents mentioned when we all got together a little while back? About me being a solo traveler, right?
Yeah, exactly that. You know it. You were a mere backpacker, right? Man, some people just have all the luck in the world. It really pisses me off. You can't even get a full-time job, yet you somehow managed to brainwash my elite brother who works at a major corporation. Unbelievable, really.
That's not true at all. I've always worked full-time.
Knowing you probably worked the absolute minimum, or clocked in and fake being busy or something. Aren't you so lucky? People would kill to be in your position right now. Just by looking slightly better than average, you can catch the perfect man without having a single speck of a brain in your skull. But for now, you gotta try your best and hope you don't get abandoned by him. I'll tell you one thing, men won't hesitate to throw away old women like it's nothing.
I don't think my husband will do such a thing just because time passes and I grow older.
You never know. My brother, before being a husband, is a man, after all. I bet he's only attracted to your physical attributes. Just your face and your body. Nothing more. It won't take long. Soon enough, he will get bored of you since you have nothing else but just looks to offer.
Okay, thanks, Ash. I'll make an effort to stop that from happening.
The first thing you should be making an effort to do is actually go to college. Don't you have plenty of time to spare? Stop being lazy, May.
I mean, I've already got a job that I'm happy with, and I'm also not particularly struggling right now either, so... But I do like learning new things, so I'll take some time to think about it and maybe consider going.
It doesn't matter if you aren't struggling right now. You really don't see the bigger picture here, huh? What are you gonna do if something happens to my brother? What if he can no longer work anymore and earn your living wage? May, when that happens, it's all gonna be on you. You're gonna have to sustain the family.
Of course, when that happens, I'll support him at any cost.
No, you're not getting me. What I'm saying is, uneducated people like you can't get any good jobs. There's no way you can do it like this. If you want to support a family, you're gonna have to change for the better. I, on the other hand, could step in no problem anytime. Do you even know the university I went to?
Ashley, I can really feel that you love and care about your brother. You've got to trust me. I'll try my best to not make you worried.
What are you even saying? I didn't mean it like that at all. You're misunderstanding me. I just hate dumb women like you, May. That's it. Nothing more. It really irritates me seeing women who just float through life and don't even bother putting effort into studying.
I mean, I guess you're right in a sense. I was never really into studying back then.
See? What did I say? I'm always right. The only thing you obviously know how to do is trick men into liking you. Must have a few notches on your head post, huh?
Are you implying I sleep around? I absolutely don't, and never have.
I bet you're probably just seduced my brother too. That's the only reason he's with you right now. If not for that, there's no way that such a stubborn person like my brother would ever get married. Damn, you really did well. Catching a man with no experience but with plenty of money, stealing him away?
I don't really like the way you're wording this, Ashley. I think it's a bit rude. We got married because we were strongly attracted to each other, not just our physical attributes, but our personalities as well.
People say a lot of things at the beginning of a relationship. Wait till a few years down the road. The truth will come out. From what I've seen, at least I'm definitely sure that you're not good enough for my brother. You really pushed your luck to get where you are. If I were you, I'd be an obedient little slave from now on, so you don't push it even more.
Thanks. I'll keep it in mind, for sure.
Oh, and also, I want to distance myself from you as much as possible. I never want to see you in my sight again. It's embarrassing to have a family member who is so uneducated. Although my very generous parents don't seem to care at all, but I don't and won't ever accept you as family. Don't come to any of the family gatherings either. Make your visits to our home as little as possible. I don't want to breathe the same air as an idiot like you. Hey, May, why'd you come over to our house today? Do you not remember anything? Didn't I tell you not to come to family gatherings?
But it was the anniversary of your grandmother passing away. Wouldn't it have been rude not to go to the cemetery with the rest of the family?
I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a memorial. Just don't come. Did you come and try and pick up a guy at the cemetery? Is that a space on your slutty bingo or something?
No, I would never. I didn't even think about that at all.
Oh, wait. I get it now. You just simply don't remember our conversation. Your brain just isn't capable enough to remember all of that information. Ah, yes, that makes more sense.
Do you always have to be so rude to me? What did I do to catch your attitude? Did I do something that you don't like? Ever? I know you don't really think fondly of me, and that's okay. Not everyone can get along. I get that. But I think you're really over the top with your language. There's no need to be this aggressive.
What? Are you seriously gonna start talking back to me? Who do you think you are? You're not even educated. Don't even bother speaking a single word in front of me again.
I think it's impressive that you graduated university and being well educated and all. It means that you must have worked so hard for it, and that's not something anyone can achieve. But that doesn't grant you the right to say anything you want, you know?
Who do you think you are? An incompetent idiot lecturing me like this? I make so much more money than you two. We live in different worlds. I changed my job the other day. They begged me to work there, and I just doubled my salary.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's a place that people like you could never even dream of getting into. Everyone around me is also very capable too. I've been feeling good, finally I'm in an environment that I deserve. Everything was going well until I interacted with an incompetent idiot. Now I'm feeling down.
Incompetent idiot? You mean me?
Yeah, who else do you think I'm talking about? You just proved my point. You deserve it. Just because my family seems to like you, you're really pushing your luck here. You know what you'll have left once you get divorced by him? Nothing. You'll have nothing to hang on to.
Okay, Ashley, I got it now. I understand.
Got what?
I will never come to any family gathering ever again. I'll do whatever it takes to not be there anymore. I'll chat about it with your parents too, and Jerry as well. I'll organize it to make sure you never see me again.
What do you mean? So you're just gonna tell everyone that I told you not to come?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to, because if I don't give a reason, they're gonna be worried about me.
What are you saying? This is why I hate talking with idiots like you. What do you think is gonna happen to me if you say such a thing to my parents? Have you ever thought about that? Do you realize how selfish you're being? You're only thinking about yourself. You don't care if everyone gets mad at me?
But Ashley, isn't that what you wanted in the first place?
I'm gonna really need you to use whatever little brain you have to think about this. You're an adult. Surely do better than that. Come on, May. You really do have such a simple mind, don't you? It really shows how incapable you are. Oh, I forgot that you've never been a proper member of society. I guess it can't be helped then. Must be too tough for you, huh?
Whatever. I get it. I won't tell anyone, okay? Is that fine with you?
Why couldn't you just have said that in the first place? I'm begging you, please just break up with my brother already. Remembering your face irritates me. Just get out of my mind. Hey, what are you doing at my job? It's not a place for idiots like you. You shouldn't be allowed there ever.
I just had something to do there, that's all. But you suddenly yelled that I'm trespassing and called the security on me, completely ignoring what I was trying to tell you. Don't you think it's a bit rude of you to do that?
As I've said, it's not a place for people like you. You don't belong there. You were somehow on the floor where you can't get in without the employee ID card too. Are you out of your mind? Are you going crazy? How'd you even get in anyways?
I'm not sure why you would kick me out without hearing what I had to say. Are you by any chance like this to other people too, not just me?
No, why would I do that ever? Only at stupid, uneducated part-timers like you.
Okay, I get it.
If you really get it, then never step foot in here again. My boss must have seen it all. Oh God, they might think that we know each other. Or even worse, they might think we're related.
Yeah, maybe.
Don't you dare, yeah, maybe me. Why are you doing this? Just to get in the way of my life. I hate having you in my sight. Just leave me alone already.
Your insults are getting more and more rude. What did I do to deserve you to say that to me? Recently, I've been putting in extra effort to not have you see me at all.
Shut up. Just leave. Get away, you idiot.
Ashley, about the person you were with before, did something happen? The security was involved too, it seems.
I'm sorry for my stepsister, boss, for causing trouble. I think she's just got lost and wandered in. Nothing serious. I've kicked her out already. Not to worry, boss.
You were the one that had her kicked out?
Yeah, I kicked her out for trespassing, of course. I have no clue how she got in here in the first place. Only workers should be able to get in here, too. I'll make sure to give her a good scolding later. I'm so sorry about what happened today.
What? Do you realize what you've done? You better sprint downstairs and go apologize to her. You have no idea how serious this is.
I'm sorry? I don't understand. She should be the one apologizing for coming uninvited. She's extremely uneducated, so I'm not surprised she'd do something like this. So there's definitely no need to do such a thing for a person like her, boss.
Ashley, I don't think you're grasping the situation. Are you sure we're talking about the same person?
If you're talking about the dumb, fugly, uneducated women that snuck into her office later, then yes. She's my brother's wife, but she's basically done nothing in her life other than look pretty. She's utterly useless. I don't need to apologize to her just because I kicked her out like that.
It's quite unbelievable you don't recognize a member of the board. And as you say, you're related, correct? I find it almost impossible to believe that you would know that.
Excuse me? She's a board member?
She is one of the founding members of the company. Together with the CEO, the two have created what we have right now. Of course, nowadays she barely comes to the office because she doesn't need to. Until recently, she had been flying all over the world traveling.
You're kidding me, right, boss? Please tell me you're joking. But she didn't even go to university. She's not even well educated. On top of all this, she was a mere backpacker, doing nothing with her life.
Not sure if you knew, but our CEO also quit university for traveling. Our CEO and May apparently met while they were backpackers too. Overseas while they were both traveling. Anyways, this isn't important anymore. Just go apologize right now. Go! You know, if anyone knows of this, you're gonna be fired, right? Or actually, you might have already lost your position at this company.
Hey there, May. My boss just contacted me and she told me everything about you. I am so sorry about everything. I didn't know you were the member of the board of the company.
Oh, so you've heard now, huh? I never would have guessed. So this new workplace you moved into, the major company, turned out to be our company, huh? How crazy. What a coincidence.
Yeah, big coincidence. Listen, May, there was a misunderstanding. I'm so deeply sorry.
Oh, so now you're apologizing to me.
Yes, of course I am. You're my boss, so I need to apologize.
First of all, that's the worst reason for an apology. You're not actually sorry for what you did. This is what happens when you assume everything about others, Ashley. You can't judge them based on what you think is good and bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was wrong. So will you forgive me, please? This new company I'm working at has actually been my dream job. Ever since I was a student, I've been longing to work here. The company has grown so much bigger in the past few years as well, doing business with everyone around the world. The moment I got accepted into this company, I was filled with happiness.
Oh, I get that you really like working here, but then it's strange that you didn't even know anything about me, the co-founder of the company itself.
So sorry. It was rude of me. I have so much more to learn, and I need to grow much more as a person. I apologize for all of the past impoliteness and behavior that would have hurt you, so please, could you please not fire me? Would you keep me at this company?
To be honest, this is a personal issue only between me and you, Ashley. So therefore, I think the company should not get involved in the matter.
You're going to forgive me?
Now that's a whole different story, separate to what I just said. So I want to know, why were you hating on me so much anyways? Of course, I understand that I didn't graduate university like you did, and how that is a definite part of the reason. But that doesn't seem like enough of a reason to be that rude to me. You were being quite extreme, you know?
Well, let me think.
Let me guess. Is it because I married Jerry? You really love him, don't you?
What are you getting at? You better not be implying what I think you are.
It's okay. You don't have to hide it anymore. I've actually already heard some things about it from him. From what he said, it seems you contact him every day without fail. At first it looked like it was only small talk, but I know that you care deeply about him.
It's not what you think it is. Stop making it seem like I'm interested in him romantically.
I know that, don't worry. But you always looked up to him, right? He was your cool big brother, I get it. And one day I just came along suddenly, some random uneducated woman came in and took your brother away from you? You didn't want to accept it, right?
Jerry was always so much smarter than me. Not only that, but there was nothing I was better than him at. He was perfect. But he chose you. He married a person like you. No, I'm sorry. I take that back. May, I think you're a great person.
You know, if you don't truly mean something, you don't have to bother trying to say it. It comes off as cheap, and I can see right through it.
No, I really think that. So what's going to happen to me now? What's the verdict? Before you said that the company has nothing to do with this.
Yeah, about that. I'm going to tell your mom and your dad, and also my husband. I'm going to talk about everything.
Wait a minute. Is that really necessary? No, I mean, please wait. Give it another think. Please don't do that. I'm begging you. Anything but that.
Why is that? You understand how rude you were to me all this time, right? And you said you were going to apologize to me? Am I correct?
Yeah, I will apologize. I promise. I really mean it this time. I'm willing to do that. So isn't it a little unfair to tell my parents and my brother everything?
Unfair? I've been hurt by you this whole time, and I kept my mouth shut about everything you did. You don't think that's unfair to me? I could have fired you on the spot for what you did. If it were anyone else, I would have. But this is a personal issue between us. Even though I have every right to fire you, and honestly, I probably should. I'm not going to. I hope you never forget that I'm letting this slide once. There won't be a second time.
Yeah, I totally understand. I'm sorry. So please don't tell anyone about this. Like you said, this is an issue between just us, right?
The entire time I've known you, all you did was belittle me for not going to a good university like you did. I'm having a hard time believing that you're actually sorry, and not just saying this because you're afraid of getting fired and being exposed to the family.
No, I really am so sorry. I didn't mean it. Really, I promise.
You said it to me constantly for years and years. I'd understand if it was just one time, but not over and over.
It's just that I was proud of myself for studying so hard, and I don't respect any lazy people. I was inspired by my brother to work hard. I wanted to make him and my parents proud.
I think that's a great mindset, Ashley. You should be proud of yourself for trying so hard. It's not easy, but that doesn't allow you to be so rude and so selfish about your words and your behavior. To the people that you look down upon, to the people that you think you're better than.
Yes, you're so right.
Okay, So I've decided I won't tell your mom and dad, but I will tell Jerry. In return, I want you to change your attitude and make an effort to have a good relationship with me. I have been enduring everything and keeping it a secret from everyone and anyone, even though I honestly should have brought this up to everyone a long time ago.
I'm so sorry. I don't know how to express how sorry I am. I fully accept your marriage to Jerry, and I think you're a great match for him. I promise to never say rude things or show impolite behavior again, ever. So please, could you keep it a secret from my brother?
Sorry. As you've said, I'm uneducated. I haven't even graduated university, so I have a simple and stupid mind. Therefore, I can only think of simple and easy solutions. Take this as a lesson. Maybe use your head before acting next time, Ashley. You're an adult now, right? You should learn to act like one too. After that, Ashley was scolded again and again by Jerry. Ever since then, he has been ignoring the messages that she sends him every day too. Ashley was so shocked from this, she looked like a ghost of her past self. I almost felt sorry for her a little. What I can say is she no longer has that strong aura in her anymore. I'm not sure if what I'm saying is worded correctly, but after all of that, it doesn't even seem that bad anymore. Looking back, Ashley's pestering was just some child's play. It's also so easy to find proof. Every message we exchanged was proof itself. Compared to all of the malicious people in society and their obnoxious harassments, this felt like nothing. It almost made me laugh, actually. Although, that doesn't make her actions any less worse, and I understand that. She needs to be better as an adult and as a member of society. Ashley doesn't know yet, but although we may be hiring graduates of prestigious universities for our so-called elite workplace, some of the experts at our work have not even graduated any universities. It doesn't necessarily mean they're unsuccessful. I punished her in the form of her brother, but she seemed to have taken it very hard, so I doubt she will make the same mistake anymore. Ever since knowing that I'm the member of the board, Ashley has been very quiet, even becoming a little afraid of me. I never intended to scare her away, so I'm trying to be normal around her, just like how I always used to be. But it may take a while to repair our relationship. There seems to be a huge crack between us now, ever since that day. Ashley has been working hard at the office, and I rate that very highly, even considering what she had done to me. I don't think she would accept me as a comrade, but I feel like I'm the same as her. As in, we both respect my husband so deeply. I'm not sure how long it will take, but I hope one day we can be good step-siblings, and maybe we can laugh and talk together. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to support us. If you want to see more content like this, turn on the bell notification and make sure to keep up to date with our channel. Thank you!
Carl, did you already go off to your classes? Oh man, I must have totally slept in. I'm sorry I didn't get up to make you any breakfast.
Oh, you're totally fine. I just threw myself something together before I left the house. Nothing to worry about.
Well, what has got you out of the house so quickly? Normally, I'm the one who has to be waking you up.
Yes, well, today is the exception to the rule, and I just had some things I needed to take care of this morning.
Oh, really? Is that so? Well, you know that you can always wake me up too. I wouldn't have minded.
I said it's fine, really. I mean, I'm not a little kid anymore. I at least know how to make my own breakfast. Come on now.
Oh, really? Well, okay. I guess I didn't realize that you were such a big boy and could take care of yourself now. Also, do you know if your dad was home when you left the house?
I don't think that he was. I didn't see him anyways. Maybe he was going on a walk or something like that.
But I wonder why he would be going out this early in the morning.
I really have no clue. I mean, he went out last night, right? Maybe he never actually came home in the first place. I mean, you two did have a pretty huge fight last night, so it would make sense.
Oh, don't tell me you heard all of that. I was really hoping that we weren't going to wake you up with our fighting.
Well, it was kind of hard to even pretend to be asleep with all that yelling and screaming coming from downstairs, you know?
Well, Carl, I am so sorry that you had to hear all of that.
Well, it wasn't just that it was loud and it woke me up, Mom. I could hear what you guys were talking about.
You're kidding me. I guess I really can't say that you were eavesdropping since we were being so loud, though, so then you really heard all of it?
That's right. I heard everything you guys were talking about after I woke up. It sounded like Dad was really, really laying into you. I even heard him saying something about how he should have stuck with the other woman. Why would he say something like that? It's not like he was cheating on you or anything like that, right?
No, it wasn't anything like that, I promise. He just always compares me to an old girlfriend. And it's never in a good way. He's always telling me how much better she was than me.
But you guys got married 8 whole years ago. I don't get why he could keep saying such things like that when so much time has passed. It just doesn't make any sense.
It really has been 8 years since we got married, hasn't it? You've grown so big in that time. Do you remember first meeting me when you were in elementary school?
Don't change the subject like this. I really don't think that you should let Dad talk to you when he takes all of your money and just uses you. Don't you see you're being exploited?
I don't really think that I am, though, so I don't mind. Besides, I work and earn money for the family, so if he takes it to use on us, then I don't mind either.
But he isn't using it for anything except his own selfish desires. He's just taking your money and treating it like his own.
I know, but your father has many good aspects to him as well. I promise. Anyways, don't you have to work this weekend?
Why are you asking about that?
Well, I was just thinking that maybe you and I could go out and grab something to eat sometime. There's an Ethiopian restaurant that just opened and he's getting great reviews.
Oh, and you wanted to try and do that this weekend? Oh, I'm sorry, but I don't think that that's gonna work. I'm basically booked through the entire weekend.
You mean that you are going to be working all day for the whole weekend?
No, it's not work. It's just... Well, it's the anniversary of my biological mom's death, and I wanted to go and visit her grave, is all.
Oh, that's right. I'm so sorry I said anything. I completely forgot. Well, we don't have to go out to eat, but would you like me to come with you to visit your mom?
I think I'm okay. Thanks for asking, though.
Okay, well, I won't push it if that's the case. I certainly don't want to intrude or impose on something as important as this. Please send your mom my regards. Hey, just how long are you planning on staying out tonight, Tom? Are you even on your way home yet? Do you even have a way home? Don't tell me that you're going to be out all night again.
Can you just shut up and leave me alone? Why do you always have to know what I'm doing and where I am, huh? Don't talk to me unless I talk to you first.
All I'm asking about is whether or not you're coming home tonight. I already made dinner for you thinking that you were, you know.
Well, I'm not going to be eating any of that. I don't think you've ever made a dish I enjoyed eating. Your cooking either belongs in the dog's food bowl or in the garbage.
Oh, come on, you're just being dramatic. I know that my cooking isn't that bad, but why do you have to go and say things like that to me?
Because I was out having fun grabbing some drinks, and then you have to come and try rain on my parade. You're ruining my good time.
Well, I don't see why you need to be so upset at me for that. Can we please not let this turn into another big fight?
All you do is piss me off. Do you even realize that? Why do I even bother with you?
Okay, all right, fine. I'm sorry. I was bad for interrupting your good time.
That's right, you should be sorry. You were just trying to say things to piss me off, weren't you? Why would you even do something like that?
I'm very sorry. And anyways, I think you should know that Carl heard our fighting last night. I think he's getting a little sick of it, to be honest. We really need to get better about not fighting in the house, or at least not while Carl is home.
He's the one getting sick of our fighting? Well, how do you think that I feel?
You mean that you think that you've got the worst out of all of us? I think Carl is more than fair to say he's getting sick of it since he's living here and not a part of any of these fights.
That kid is just a spoiled brat. I'm his dad and I'll do whatever I want within the walls of my own home. Speaking of, you were sleeping and didn't make breakfast for him, right? You really are useless, aren't you?
Did Carl tell you that? Because him and I were talking this morning about it, and that's when he said he thinks you take advantage of me.
Aw, my son is worried that I'm being mean to you. I seriously doubt that he cares for you that much. It's all just in your head.
And what makes you confident enough to say something like that to me, huh? Why do you think that I'm imagining how much he cares for me?
Oh, please, it is so obvious. I know my son. Tell me, in all the 8 years that you and I have been married, has he ever once called you Mom?
No, but I don't expect him to just because I married you. I'm not trying to replace his mother.
Speaking of, he didn't even want to take you to see the grave of his real mom. Isn't that right? That's why I doubt that he cares about you at all.
Well, that may be so, but I can't control how he feels. Besides, you were that one that remarried less than a year after his mom died. I'm sure that my sudden coming into Carl's life created a lot of problems and difficult issues that he's had to work through.
Yeah, I bet if I married a younger woman, then Carl might have been happier. But he really has changed ever since his mom died. And it's obvious that I made a big mistake betting on you being a good replacement.
I've heard that your last wife was a very kind woman, and it's clear to see how much she meant to Carl with the way he still thinks about her, even now.
That's right. If only she didn't die, then things would have gone so much better for me. She was always supporting me and thinking about me. Plus, she looked way younger than she really was. Not like you. These past 8 years have not been kind to you. Let me just say that.
Well, maybe if I had more time to take care of myself or apply some skincare now and then.
What are you even talking about? You think that even if you did do that, that you could come even close to my late wife? I really did make a mistake in choosing you.
That might be so, but she was a stay-at-home mom, wasn't she? I'm certainly not putting down any woman who chooses to do that, but the fact is that I have a job and I earn an income.
And you think that's enough to prove some kind of point? Besides, you're too stupid to know what to do with all that money. That's why I take care of the finances. Without me, all your work would be meaningless.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I work hard to put food on our table and send Carl to college. Just what are you using your money for? I don't think you've ever paid for anything for this family.
I use my income in very important and significant ways that you would never even begin to understand. Let's just leave it at that.
What do you mean important ways? You mean like buying new parts for your car or your motorcycle? Don't you think you should at least share some with your family?
Can you just shut up already? I am sick and tired of all your complaints about how I choose to live my life, and frankly, I am just sick of you in general. I am not coming home tonight.
So then you mean you're going to stay out and go to even more bars? You do this every single night. Just where are you going? What are you doing?
There you go, interrogating me again. This is none of your business, and that should be enough to make you keep quiet.
Hey, Tom, do you think that you could come home just a little earlier today, please?
And just why would I want to do something like that, huh?
Well, it's just that tomorrow is Carl's birthday. He's turning 20, and I thought that we should all celebrate together.
Oh, is it really that time of the year already? I had completely forgotten, to be honest.
Figured as much, to be honest. But anyways, I wanted to do something kind of nice. I was thinking we could all get dressed up and go out to a nice restaurant together. And I bought a nice cake that we can all split when we get back home.
Wow, really? You really want to do all that? Don't you think that it's a little excessive?
I just want to give Carl a good birthday. Is that really so bad? Anyways, since that's going on, can you please not stay out so late tonight?
But now that he is this old, I guess that's time I can finally say something that I've been wanting to say for a long time.
And just what might that be, huh?
Oh yeah, it's definitely time. It's time that you and I got a divorce.
Wait, hold on. You want to divorce me? Are you serious about that?
Of course, it's like you said, Carl can basically take care of himself, so I think this is the perfect time for me to leave.
But what are you talking about? Why would you want to do this? I don't understand.
Well, the truth is that I found a new, even better woman who I need to get married to, and I need you out of the picture before that can happen.
I don't believe you. We've been together 8 whole years, and now you're just going to throw me away like this?
Let me break it down for you like this. You only had one thing going for you, and that was how much money you made. But now that Carl is basically through college, I don't need you to pay for his stuff anymore. So basically, I don't need you anymore. There is nothing else I can or want to use you for, so there is no point in staying together.
Hold on just a second. You aren't really serious about this, right? I don't even know what to say.
Anyways, tomorrow I'm gonna bring the divorce papers home for us to sign so that I can drop them off at the courthouse to be processed. Wow, I guess tomorrow is gonna be a busy day for everyone, huh?
So then, do you really hate me that much? Can you really just not stand another second of being with me?
What are you going on about now? If you're gonna cry about this, do it yourself. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, I've thought about it a lot. When you first started turning so cold, was it when we found out that I couldn't have children of my own? I think it was.
Wow, I think you just hit the nail right on the head. That is exactly when I first started thinking that this would never last between us.
But I tried to make up for that by working as hard as I could to provide for you and Carl. And yet, no matter how hard I worked, I guess I was never part of your real family.
Oh man, this is just pathetic, really. Of course you were never one of us. You were nothing more than a walking ATM as far as we were concerned.
You know, I always wondered what happened between you and Carl's mom. I mean, you wasted no time in remarrying after she was gone. But now I see that maybe this is just a pattern for you, moving on to the younger, prettier model.
It's not a pattern. I just know that I found the right person for me this time. I know it in my heart that this time it's gonna work out for sure.
You know what? I just feel bad for this other person, that's all. She probably doesn't know the kind of person that you really are yet.
What are you talking about? I can always be a good husband. I just need a wife that deserves to be treated well first.
You have got a lot of nerve saying this kind of nonsense to me.
Oh yeah? Oh, I'm so scared. What can you even do to me, huh?
Whatever. I don't even care anymore. If you don't want me around, then I'll just leave. I don't see any point in trying to say anything else.
Well, the least you can do is say something to Carl, although he probably isn't even gonna notice when you're gone at all anyways. So, you finally finished packing up all your things and have gone now, huh? If you left anything here, don't bother coming back to get it. I'll just throw it out.
You are a terrible, awful man. I have thought this way for a while now, but I'm finally coming out and saying it to you.
Sure, let it all out.
I mean, after all the energy and effort that went into taking care of you and Carl.
I think this is a good thing, though. You never were a part of our family, so this is a chance for you to go and find people who will take you as you are. If anything, you should be thanking me for giving you a chance to experience what it's like to be a wife and mother. I'm sure you'll be lonely for a while, but it'll get better. The only one that's going to be lonely is you, Dad. I'm going too and leaving you here all alone. Wait, what? Dad? What is going on here? It's me, Carl. I've also packed up all my things and I'm moving out. The only stuff left at home is yours. Carl? Hold on just a second. You can't honestly be moving out with her, are you? Of course I am. I've already made up my mind about it too. I never want to live with a jerk like you ever again. Oh, how dare you talk to me like that? What is the matter with you? And why shouldn't I talk to you like this if it's really how I feel, huh? I mean, do you have any idea how hard Regina has worked for our sakes? And then you just go and try to cast her out like you're just doing. Well, I'm not gonna stand and do nothing. What are you talking about? You can't really like her that much. How could I not like her? She has done so much for me and you. She made sure I was fed every day, cared for me when I was sick. She always helped me get ready for school, and she's even helping pay for my college. Oh, you don't get it. She's just trying to buy your love with cheap little tricks. Don't you see that you're being tricked? You know, when I didn't get into any of the really big colleges that I applied to, she didn't even say anything. She just came to my room with a plate of my favorite snacks. And when I heard back from one of those schools that I had actually been accepted, she was there to share in my joy as well. She's always been there for me. She helped me achieve things I could have never done on my own. And meanwhile, you were always going out at night on your own. Are you kidding me? Do you have any idea just how busy I am with work? Work? That's what you call drinking until the middle of the night every night? You make me ashamed to be your son. So you're telling me that you would rather have Regina as a mom than me as a dad? Is that really what you're saying right now? I really wish that things could have gone differently. But yes, as far as I'm concerned, I only have one parent, and that's Regina. Ah, you little brat. Do you have any idea of the sacrifices that I have made for you? Oh, don't oversell it, Dad. I never want to see you again, ever. Got it? Okay, fine then. Go. Go and be with that stupid cow then. See if I care. Ignore all the things that I've done for you. Just don't come crawling back to me when you need help. I think we'll be fine, actually. But the same goes for you. Don't ever come around asking for anything. You think that I would ever do something like that? You two are going to be the ones left with nothing, penniless and desperate. Well, we'll see what happens to you when your company finds out about your affair and how we've left you. Wait, what? What do you mean? Why would my company find out about this? Well, because the woman you're cheating on Regina with is your coworker, isn't she? Don't bother lying. I've already gone through your phone, so I know. I also made sure to send myself some screenshots of a few very interesting conversations you've had with this woman. Then I sent them to HR at your work. What are you talking about? What screenshots did you send them? Oh, just the stuff where you two are colluding to advance your own careers by knocking down your coworkers. I'm sure you'd like for those to get seen, right? You unsend those messages right now. You have to do something. I'm sorry, but it is way too late for that, but I'm sure you'll hear your boss's thoughts on the matter very, very soon. So you can't say you're being fired for a private matter since what you were doing had a direct negative impact on the company. You little brat, don't you realize what you just did? You've ruined my life. You've ruined your father's life. Oh, we are still not done here. Regina is about to really take you to the cleaners in the divorce. I'm not going to pay her a cent. There is nothing that you can do to make me. Not according to a friend at a school who's studying law, and he knows a good divorce lawyer that he can introduce us to. I guess it's a really good thing that I'm going to college, but I know that Regina is happy that she can make this happen for me. You little brat, how dare you choose her over your own flesh and blood? I told you that you are not my father anymore. But if we were to say I was, maybe you can be proud knowing that I thought of all of this by myself. Well, I want my son back. Come back to me, son, please. I'm an adult now, and that means I get to make my own choices now. You can't tell me what to do. Oh, I can't believe you're going to choose her over me. You're making a huge mistake. I won't let her steal you away from me.
Tom, it's your Regina. We don't want to talk to you ever again. When you hear from us next, it will be through my lawyer. Tom's company investigated the messages and found out that he was using his position to give the easiest assignments to his girlfriend, while he gave her credit for the most difficult ones during the promotion season. As HR investigated their actions further, they found more violations of company policy, some of which were quite serious. A week later, the two of them were fired. Not long after that, our divorce was processed. I was awarded alimony, and since Tom had lost his job, he was quickly swimming in debt. His lover left him, and with that, the last of his pride was crushed. Now, Tom's a drunk who spends his days looking down the end of a bottle. After the divorce, Carl began to take me to visit his mother's grave with him. I've laid flowers there and have spoke a little before. I let her know that Carl has grown into a fine young man. How lucky I am to have him in my life, and I thanked her for having him. thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.